This is Peter Alexander in Columbia, Missouri. President Trump tonight upping the ante, trying to drive home immigration as the defining issue of the midterms. The president announcing his plan to sign an executive order next week, automatically denying asylum to migrants who try to enter the U.S. illegally between ports of entry.
Under this plan, the illegal aliens will no longer get a free pass into our country by lodging meritless claims in seeking asylum.
That would violate U.S. and international law that allows anyone to claim asylum once they've entered a country, no matter how they got in. The president also delivering this jarring warning.
Anybody throwing stones, rocks, we will consider that a firearm.
It comes as the president is facing sharp condemnation for what critics call fear-mongering and racism by promoting this web video trying to terrify Republicans to vote. The video, produced for the Trump campaign, features a twice-deported Mexican immigrant who was sentenced to death last spring for killing 2 California deputies.
Break up soon, kill more.
Its divisive message blaming Democrats without evidence and trying to tar undocumented immigrants as violent invaders. The video drawing comparisons to the notorious Willie Horton ad during the 1988 presidential campaign. Republican Jeff Flake calling the ad sickening, tweeting, "Republicans everywhere should denounce it." President Trump in a new interview with a Christian broadcasting network defending himself against accusations he's a racist.
The word racist is used about every Republican that's winning. Anytime a Republican is leading, they take out the R word, the racist word. And I'm not anti-immigrant at all. I'm all for people coming into the country legally.
Tonight, President Trump is bracing for a Democratic surge that could cost Republicans the House, largely focusing his attention on keeping the Senate. Over the next 5 days, hosting 10 rallies in 8 states.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.